Vehicle-based expeditions can be immensely rewarding experiences, but also present a wide array of challenges. Popski's private expeditions has learned this the hard way.
You're just pushing against the hose there.
The desert is an unforgiving environment for vehicles and pushes their limits with every mile. Crews need to know their trucks and understand how far they can push them. Our vehicles need to be mechanically simple and easy to repair. Each needs to be equipped for quick recoveries and carry a good selection of tools and spare parts. We've replaced blown head gaskets, clutches, broken springs and shocks, and chased down electrical gremlins caused by the ever-present dust. We've even managed some improvised welding using car batteries. Our crews choose old Land Rovers as our expedition trucks because they are simple and easy to repair, rugged and can take a beating, and can be stripped down to reduce weight. On expedition, we live in our trucks, spend our evenings checking them over and repairing anything that is broken or looks damaged. A rewarding and symbiotic relationship of man and machine in search of adventure.
Hi, I'm Bill. This is the vehicle we brought on this year's expedition. It looks like a lightweight, but it's actually a hybrid. It's registered as a 1986 Land Rover, so it's 90% Defender, but we've transformed it by putting the lightweight body on it. We also later on fitted a TD5 engine to give it more power in the sound. And I must say, we're really pleased with its ability and its low down power. We've also adapted on the engine the air conditioning pump to provide an excellent compressor to blow the tyres back up very quickly. We've simply removed the cylinder head and modified it for an air inlet and an air outlet. We put an oiler in line to keep it lubricated, and we've also fitted a pressure switch so it doesn't overpressure. It actually delivers something between 5 and 6 CFM, and what that means is it'll inflate your tyre very quickly. On the last expedition, we used Michelin Latitude crossers. I was really pleased with them in the desert. So these are a happy medium with a soft wall, not an aggressive tread. They tend to sit on top of the sand and not dig down into it. So yeah, really pleased with it all.
This is my vehicle, Rangi. It's a Series 3, 1976, 88-inch air-portable Land Rover. Different vehicle to the vehicle that I bought last year, which was a 300 TDI 90. Just fancied a little bit of a change, see how this one went in the desert. It's very effective. It's lightweight, very maneuverable. And this one's powered by the naturally aspirated 2.5 Land Rover diesel engine, which is very rugged, very simple, and very reliable. Running different tyres this year. Got the Michelins on, XPCs, non-aggressive tread, works really well in the desert. So all in all, very impressed with the vehicle. It's been simple, rugged, maneuverable, lightweight, and unstoppable.
Okay folks, this is my vehicle, Land Rover 90. I've had it for 30 odd years now. It started off as a turbo diesel, soft top. I've gone through everything from truck cab, hard top, and now back to soft top for this trip. Has a 300 TDI engine with a alley sports intercooler. It's not tremendously powerful, but it's all we need it to do. It's running on just slightly oversized tyres. It's on 255 85 16s Toyo Open Country. They're a great tyre in the UK, not really suited to the sand very much, which is something we learned. For the trip, I had to play about with storage. I've put an aluminium bed on the back, there's a Popski for spares, etc.
I think Mick's vehicle worked very well for the trip. He talks about how some tweaks are needed, but bearing in mind that neither of us had done a trip like this, I think his preparations were excellent, and the two of us have been living out of the vehicle and driving it over the dunes, and what he did worked extremely well.
The vehicle's a 1999 Wolf-based vehicle, converted to a WMIC, which is a weapons-mounted installation kit, in roughly 2005. The gross weight is 5 tons. We've taken quite a bit of kit off the whole thing to make it lighter for the sand. The engine's a standard TDI 300 with an R380 gearbox, standard ratios. The axles are pneumatic ARB locking differentials, front and rear, to get more traction. Storage in the back is mainly originally for ammunition tins, so there's plenty of flatbed, lashable storage areas, so that's been fairly easy, using plastic storage tubs and sort of, we hoped sandproof containers, which weren't sandproof in the end, but they're not much as it seems. Tyres are Cooper STTs, 265s, quite wide, but again designed for the vehicle weight, and they're down a really big footprint for the sand dunes. So with the big concern we had heading down towards the sand dunes was the weight of the vehicle. Even unloaded, it was probably touching 3 tons. But with the tyres aired down, it performed remarkably well. And we did get stuck, but not that often, and certainly not as often as I thought you would do.
Other than the usual challenges of desert travel that we'd faced, one critical and major issue was a broken fuel pump.
Lovely. Yeah, the float's not used.
In true Baden-Powell spirit, Bill had packed a brand new spare.
Right then, please go in nicely. Oh yes. Oh. What can you say about that? Come on, seal. Mate in the seal.
Yeah, that's good.
Come on, my babber, go in.
There's a 50% chance we would have got that wrong. We got it right for once.
Dusk falls fast in the middle of the Sahara. However, the wind had dropped and the desert spanner and his trusty tool bag Mick saved our day.
Had a one puncture on the rear left, which was a thorn in the sidewall when the tyres were aired down, and pretty much inevitable out in the desert. Just a little bit unlucky, went straight through the tyre wall, but easily fixed by Bill with a puncture repair kit in around about 5 minutes.
Overall, not too much problem. Had problem when we went in the dunes at first with the dampers. We snapped one damper, not great, but and then provide check strap on with ratchet strap. However, by the next morning, the other damper is gone as well. So both dampers need to send off to be welded up. No names, no pack drill, but if Terra Firma want to give me some free dampers, I'll be quite happy.
I think the modifications that Bill's done on this particular vehicle have made this trip a lot easier for us. And also, I think his experience of driving in the desert has made a big difference. We have not been in a position where we've had to dig ourselves out too often. And I think that's been an extremely big advantage, especially when you're leading and using Wagons sun compass, which Bill redesigned and made, has worked exceptionally well. And although it's very, very hard work in the dunes and what have you, on the flat and on the hard pack stuff, it's a lot easier because you can change your various indicators on the move.
Even though the tyres weren't sand tyres, once a bit of technique was brought into play with a bit of experience, after a day or two, things got a bit easier, and we never actually got properly stuck. And then we dug ourselves out within 3 or 4 minutes. So all in all, I think the vehicle performed superbly. And the sun compass, as Mick mentioned, it really does work. It's quite a simple device once you get your head around it, and we actually did use it for navigating, and it agreed with the GPS backup.
Well, what we learned was about using lockers, when to use lockers, how to use lockers, and stop you turning too much.
That's good. Okay. Locking up the rear pretty much all the time would always help, and on the really soft dunes, locking up the front also helped hugely, where steering wasn't a big issue because the sand was so soft. But then, interestingly, being recovered on a tow rope from front or back, you was to unlock them. Otherwise, you'd dig a hole for yourself in recovery. So it was just being careful how to use the lockers, but they did make a big difference in terms of the vehicle mobility.
What was that?